All right, everybody, it is me, Gregory Mannarino. This is my post-market wrap-up on this Thursday, October 15th, 2020. Let's talk. Let you and me talk a little bit here. What do you want to talk about? I'm kidding. I can be silly. All right, look, so let's put this into perspective. How does a clown show or a freak show sound to you? Because that's really what we had all day. Truly. And maybe this was to kind of distract the people, from realizing that we're losing about, 1 million jobs a week. We lost what? We had 898,000 people apply for new unemployment benefits, but we're adding jobs. You know that. Oh, absolutely. Could you imagine what the real numbers are? These are the ones that we're allowed to see. I mean, it must be epic, but of course, we'll never know the truth. It's all fluffed up, if you want to call that fluffed up here, in an economic collapse. But the distraction was pretty easy to see it today. We had Steve Mnuchin coming out saying, oh yeah, you know what? We're willing to concede a little bit so we can get a deal done. And then President Trump is like, oh yeah, well, let's offer some more cash, just like Larry Kudlow said would happen over the last few days. But now it's coming out. This is the carrot in front of your face. That's all this is. Here it is. Here it is. No, 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 no. Here. No. That's all this is. Doesn't this remind you of the absolute abysmal failure of a China trade deal? It was historic. Look at what we signed. Duh! Now, of course, there was never any China trade deal. We got a Cold War out of it. That's all. Our trade deficit has exploded, although we were told it wouldn't do that. It was going to shrink because of the tariffs, because the tariffs were going to work so well. Didn't work out now, did it? No, just like I explained to you, that it wouldn't work. But I was told I was wrong. Greg, you're wrong. President Trump knows more than you do. He went to Wharton Business School, just like Raj Ratnam. He was a criminal of the Galleon Group insider trading. And Steve Cohen, how about him too? He also graduated from Wharton. He was also involved in an insider trading scandal. Yeah! I would recommend not going to Wharton Business School if you want to learn anything. Yeah, it's the truth. Except maybe to hire a ghostwriter. Art of the Deal. Trump didn't write it. Maybe he wrote Art of the Squeal. It certainly wasn't, the Art of War, because the president could be using a lot of this to his advantage. Doesn't know how to do it because it would take a few functioning brain cells. It's very sad. Very, very sad. But that's the case. Clown show, freak show. That's all this is. Reminds me of the China trade deal, which never happened. We all know that. It's common knowledge now. No one can lie about it anymore. It's kind of off the radar, isn't it? But this thing is being dragged on now for what? Over 5 months, 6 months now? Oh yeah, we're going to get a deal done. It's easy to win these deals, because I'm the greatest deal maker there has ever been. I'm also constipated. People, you can't make this stuff up. I'm sorry that I do this, but I have no other way to, let out my utter disgust with what is going on around us. Yeah, that's the truth. So stocks, again, let's think about this. Stock market today regarding the Dow Jones Industrial Average was down 322 points. And then, Mnuchin's little freak show story gets floated out. Trump up the back door. Oh yeah, we're ready. We're ready to increase. We're ready to increase what we're going to offer the American people because we're in a crisis. Yeah, we're in a crisis. And we're going to give more money to Wall Street, more bailouts for whoever wants it. But the American people, no, we're not going to give them a $1,200 check. No, we're not going to do it. Again, this is the freak show. This is the clown show. Welcome to it. Absolutely. People cannot pay their bills, okay? People cannot pay their heating bills, their air conditioning bills, their water bills. But Wall Street, I mean, we went from a down 322 point today to finishing just about flat, fractionally lower. Wall Street, greater than ever. We are certainly making Wall Street great again. Thank you, Donald Trump, because me, the Wall Street banks, my lions, we're getting filthy rich off of your plan to destroy the middle class. Although they think you're saving them all. Save us. No, it don't work. It's not working. But you go out and make America great again. Can't make it up, people. You can't do it. I dare you to try. You know, yesterday I asked a bunch of you to try to make up something that is really abstract, that would sound real or maybe convince other people. In my last video, very few of you were able to come up with anything. Some were good. But nothing equals to the shit show that we have right now. It's really off the freaking Richter scale. But we did hear from the IMF today. Let's talk about the lovely IMF, the International Monetary Fund. Oh, well, this is what we heard from the freak over there. And that freak is saying, oh, yes, a stimulus deal will get done in the United States because the people are hurting over there. Oh, really? Okay, when's that going to happen? Anybody want to give us a clue? You know, the pathetic thing behind this, or really the most pathetic thing, is the president had the upper hand. When the president told Pelosi, the thing over there, that he was going to stop negotiation, I guarantee you the woman couldn't breathe for a moment. What do I do now? What do I do now? Oh, I know what we're going to do. We're going to watch the stock market fall. This is Pelosi speaking, or trying to talk to herself in her own brain. And then soon as the stock market falls, which it did, the president is going to reverse himself in less than 24 hours. I gave the man 72 hours for those of you that were following. And I said the president will reverse himself in 72 hours. Well, he did it within 24, so I was wrong. I was wrong. Yeah, he couldn't wait. Couldn't hold out. And now we're back to the shit show. Had the president kept the upper hand there would already be a deal. But he caved. Pelosi sees that, and she's just bitch slapping him like this, over and over again. Boom, ga-boom, ga-boom, ga-boom. And he's like, thank you, Miss Pelosi. Can I have another? But don't mess with my complexion because it's really nice. I work hard to look like this. This orange color. Yeah, work very hard at it. Anyway, look, I think you get the picture here. And I'm really going off the deep end because it's completely insane. It doesn't make sense. None of this does. And there's no grand plan here. Okay, there's no grand plan. 4 years so far, we have certainly not made America great again. What we have done is made the Federal Reserve great again, helping them fulfill their end game, buyer, lender of last resort so they can own the world. Absolutely. Well, a scamdemic is sweeping the world. Absolutely. But we're in a crisis. And that $1,200 check, it's coming. And it's going to make you real happy until it runs out, which will probably take what? I mean, for most of you that need that check, it's probably spent already. But then another one's coming too, you see, because we're in an economic free fall. And I think you already know that. But no. Larry Kudlow, did you hear Larry Kudlow? The American middle class, they're adding wealth. They're getting more wealthy and they're seeing their salaries rise. How's that working out for you? How about the tens of millions that are still out of work? Does it look good to you? Or is Larry Kudlow, Blow Boy. Let's call him Blow Boy. Yeah, Larry Blow Boy. I just thought of a new name. See, things just come to me like that sometimes. You know, Blow Boy, you know, kind of like Yellowstain. You know, there's a confusion around here. Let's clarify this. Yellowstain is not President Trump. President Trump is orange. Yellowstain is Fed Chair Powell. All right, so because I see some people getting very angry, very, very angry. Why does Greg Mannarino call President Trump Yellowstain? Why? Does he remind you of a Yellowstain? Maybe subconsciously back here because he is kind of a Yellowstain, but he's really orange. No, Yellowstain is Powell. You understand? And if you find any of this disturbing, you can always unsubscribe. Remember that. It's very, very simple. Unsubscribe. And I urge you to do that if you just can't handle it. Really do. All right, look, with that said, people, that's the story. I did not trade this market today. It was completely untradeable in my view. I want to see how the shit show plays out because that's what this is. It's a clown show. It's a freak show. We know who the freaks are, all of them. And it's just epic to be, what a time to be alive, to see this. You really probably never in your life imagined that you would witness this kind of an environment, but you're in it. You're in it. And they're trying to manipulate your mind. They're trying to play with your brain. Yeah, they really are. And I will not let that happen, at least from a financial standpoint. All right, anyway, with that said, people, this guy right here, despite all my lunacy here, and maybe it was a little bit loony, yeah, I think we had fun anyway. All right, see you in the morning. This guy loves you. I'm out of here.